Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we are going to start a new part of Surah Al-Kahf, the story of Moses alayhi salam with Al-Khidr. So, Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walah. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا إنك سميع مجيب الدعاء. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع وقلب لا يخشع ونفس لا تشبع ودعاء لا يسمع. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Today, inshallah, we are going to explain verses of Surah Al-Kahf from 60 till 70. So I just need a sister to read the Arabic text only. Who would volunteer to do this?
I can, Ustad.
Go ahead, please. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وإذ قال موسى لفتاه لا أبرح حتى أبلغ مجمع البحرين أو أمضي حقبا
Continue.
فلما بلغا مجمع بينهما نسيا حوتهما فاتخذ سبيله في البحر سربا فلما جاوزا قال لفتاه آتنا غداءنا لقد لقينا من سفرنا هذا نصبا قال أرأيت إذ أوينا إلى الصخرة فإني نسيت الحوت وما أنسانيه إلا شيطان أن أذكره
إلا الشيطان
إلا الشيطان أن أذكره واتخذ سبيله في البحر عجبا قال ذلك ما كنا نبغى فارتدا على
If you're gonna stop, you're gonna say ما كنا نبغ. Yeah.
ما كنا نبغ فارتدا على آثارهما قصصا فوجدا عبدا من عبادنا آتيناه رحمة من عندنا وعلمناه من لدنا علما قال له موسى هل أتبعك على أن تعلمني مما علمت رشدا قال إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا وكيف تصبر على ما لم تحط به خبرا قال ستجدني إن شاء الله صابرا ولا أعصي لك أمرا قال فإن اتبعتني فلا تسألني عن شيء حتى أحدث لك منه ذكرا.
Yeah, great, mashallah, wonderful recitation, well done. I thank you, Jazakallahu khairan. I need another sister to read the English text. We will gonna read the first translation only. You are not supposed to read all the translations. The first translations only for Mustafa Khattab. From 60 to 70. The first translation only. Who is ready? And
I
I
read
also
it.
need, yeah, please read the footnote as well. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. And remember when Moses, and remember when Moses said to his young assistant, I will never give up until I reach the junction of the two seas, even if I travel for ages. Footnote 1. It is reported in an authentic narration collected by Bukhari that a man approached Moses after he gave a talk and asked him, who is the most knowledgeable person on earth? Moses responded, that would be me. So Allah revealed to Moses that he should not have said this, and there was in fact someone who was more knowledgeable than him. Moses was commanded to travel to meet this man named
Al-Khadr.
Al-Qadir.
Al-Khadr.
Al-Qadir.
Al-Khadr. Al-Khadr.
Okay, Al-Qadir. At the junction of the two seas, which could be the northern part of Sinai between the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea, or the southern part of Sinai where the Red Sea splits into the Gulf of Suez and the Gulf of Aqaba.
Al-Aqaba. Yeah, أحسنتي. Let me comment on this. As we said before, Surah Al-Kahf addresses four main trails. The first trail related to religion, and the related story is the story of people of the cave. The second trail is related to what? Can anyone remember? The man with two gardens. What was his trail? Wealth. Wealth, right? The third trail we have today is about knowledge. Okay, so Moses alayhi salam was tested concerning his knowledge. Okay, just the sister have read for us, a man asked while Moses gave a sermon to Bani Israel, okay, the sons of Israel. A man asked, who is the most knowledgeable person on earth? This is a test for Moses alayhi salam. And Moses responded, that would be me. Okay, so uh okay, you see Moses responded based on he is Kalimullah, he is the man who talked to Allah directly. And he is one of أولي العزم من الرسل, يعني the five top, okay, of prophets. So, however, Allah blamed Moses alayhi salam for responding like this. Allah blamed him because he should have said what? He should have said, I don't know, Allah knows best. Maybe he could say, um, it's me, Allah granted me knowledge, okay? So he was blamed for not attributing his knowledge to Allah, okay? So he, Allah inspired him, you are not the most knowledgeable. You are not the most knowledgeable person on earth. There is someone who is more knowledgeable than you, okay? Um, and he told him about Al-Khidr, and Moses
Ustaza,
offered
name
to
is
learn.
Khizr, right? Ustaza Al-Khidr, Khidr alayhi salam, you call?
Yeah, he Al-Khidr. Yeah, Allah inspired Musa that Al-Khidr knows more than him. Okay, and Moses was commanded to travel to meet this man. Okay, so where where will Musa meet this man, or where would Moses meet this man at the junctions of two seas عند مجمع البحرين. Okay, and the scholars have different opinions about where is مجمع البحرين. Okay, some said as you see here, between the Red Sea and Mediterranean Sea. Other scholars said no, it's between the Mediterranean Sea and the Indian Ocean. Um, Anyways, this is not a critical point, or it doesn't need to pay to have our intention. We should learn from the story what? What should we learn from the story? Not to be arrogant about our not to praise ourselves. The problem with the or the issue that Allah blamed Moses alayhi salam, he praised himself without attributing this knowledge to Allah. So beware of praising yourself, because all knowledge comes only from Allah, and He can take it away in a second. Okay, and be sure that even if you are more knowledgeable in certain area, there is someone who is more knowledgeable than you. So if you are knowledgeable, there is someone who is more knowledgeable than you. So no need to be arrogant or to praise yourself. Okay, so when you think yourself you know, or you say I know best in this area, I know how to do this, I know how to do this, just remind yourself of the story of Musa alayhi salam when Allah blames him for saying, I am the most knowledgeable person on earth, although he was the prophet of that time. Okay, so attribute everything to Allah. Allah knows best. Allah grant me this knowledge. Allah grant me this children. Allah grant me this car. We have nothing. Okay, so attribute everything you have to Allah. So let's continue.
And mention
فلما بلغ مجمع بينهما. But when?
and mention when. Where is it?
Sorry. Yeah.
I've not
Yeah.
read the before and mention. I've not read that.
You have finished the translation of the first verse, right? So let's move to the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
one.
And mention Moses said to that. I have to read that. Above that. I don't know.
But when I have highlighted it for you.
Okay.
But when they finally
reached the point where the seas met, they forgot their salted fish, and it made its way into the sea, slipping away wondrously. But
yeah,
when
so oh wait. This is the same translation of the same ayah, okay? Let me just
okay.
comment on that. We are just reading the first translation. So فلما بلغ مجمع بينهما, when Musa alayhi salam took his helper, okay, which is called his fatahu. What is the name of his helper? Yusha bin Nun. Yusha bin Nun. This is the helper that Musa took in his company while going to learn from Al-Khidr, while going to meet Al-Khidr عند مجمع البحرين, at the مجمع البحرين, the junctions of the two seas. Okay, so Musa took his fatah, his helper, and traveled to meet Al-Khidr at the junction of the two seas. So when they reached that point, the point of meeting, the junction, فلما بلغ مجمع بينهما نسيا حوتهما. Allah inspired him. How could Musa know the point of meeting? Okay, he told him, took a fish with you, and once you found this, put this fish in a container, And the place you lost it, this is a place of meeting. Okay, Allah will give life again to this fish, and it will flee. Okay, it will slip away into the sea again. It will took it will take its course into the sea, slipping away. Okay, this is like the mark for Musa to know this is the point of meeting. Okay, so what Musa supposed to do? He was supposed to put a fish on a container, and once he found the fish took its course into the sea again, he should know that this is the point of meeting. Okay. But فلما بلغ مجمع بينهما نسي حوتهما. When they reached that point, they forgot their fish. Okay. And okay, let's see what happened after that. Continue, please.
When they had passed further, he said to his assistant, "Bring us our meal. We have certainly been exhausted by today's journey."
Yeah. So the fish slipped away at the point of meeting, but they haven't paid attention to that. And when they have passed further and they were about to bring their meals, okay, they have found that there is no fish with them. Okay, so they will go back again. So let's see. He replied,
He replied, "Do you remember when we rested by the rock? That is when I forgot the fish. None made me forget to mention this except
that's
Saturn. And the fish made its way into the sea miraculously."
yeah. So what happened is that uh the salted fish, okay, made its way to the sea, okay, as Allah inspired him that would happen. But the point is that Musa was resting by a rock and he didn't pay attention to the fish, and Yusha bin Nun haven't told him at the moment, okay? So he told him later on when they passed by, they go further, okay? When they have passed further, he told him, asked him about the meal. He told him, "Do you remember when we rested by the rock? I forgot to tell you. No, none made me forget to mention except Shaitan." So he attributed his forgetfulness to Shaitan. And this is how we should deal with our um I mean we shouldn't um blame ourselves harshly, not say I'm bad person, I did so and so. Shaitan made us forgot, okay? So he attributed his forgetfulness to Shaitan, okay? Um, so let's continue. قال, Moses responded,
Moses responded, "That is exactly what we were looking for." So they returned, retracing their footsteps.
yeah. So they needed to go back again, following their footsteps in order to find the place where the salted fish found its way in the sea. So Moses was giving a sign when he and his sister Yusha bin Nun lost their food. What was the find? This would be the place where they would find a man of knowledge. Okay, so this is a place of meeting when they lost their salted fish. This is like a miracle by Allah in order to know what is the point of meeting. Okay, let's continue.
There they found a servant of ours to whom we had granted mercy from us and enlightened with knowledge of our own.
Yeah, look at their persistence. They didn't surrender. Okay, they have lost the fish and they go back again, following their footsteps in order to find the place. So they didn't surrender by the first obstacle they met. Okay, they have persistence and patience to go back again. Although Moses alayhi salam was very, very old at that time. However, he has a spirit of seeking knowledge, seeking knowledge. When he learned that there is a man who is more knowledgeable than him, he insisted on learning from that man. Okay, so they went back again to the place. They lost the fish, and they found the man or the servant of Allah to whom he had granted mercy from us, from Allah. Okay, so this man has no virtue, but Allah granted him mercy, and Allah granted mercy to his close servants. Special kind of mercy. Can you remember the difference between Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, and Ar-Rahim? And we said that Ar-Rahim means he gives a special kind of mercy to his true servants. So if you are a true servant of Allah, you will be granted a special kind of mercy. Okay, so this man, Al-Khidr, had been granted a special kind of mercy and was enlightened by knowledge. Knowledge from Allah. From Allah. Okay, so look at what the politeness of Musa alayhi salam when he asked this man to follow him in order to learn from what Allah taught him. Okay, please read what Musa alayhi
To him,
salam said.
Moses said to him, alayhi salam, may I follow you, provided that you teach me some of the right guidance you have been
Yeah,
taught.
yeah. Look at the politeness of Musa alayhi salam when he asked this man to teach him. We should learn from Musa the etiquette of knowledge seeker or the etiquettes of students. Okay, this man um, in rank, I mean, this man is not a prophet. Okay, this is just have granted knowledge, mercy and knowledge from Allah. So Musa is prophet. However, he is uh asking politely to teach from this man. Okay, so let's continue. What this man responded back?
He said, you certainly cannot be patient enough with me.
Yeah, he said, you certainly can't be patient. You know why? Because miracles would happen. There is wisdom behind each act done by Al-Khidr, but no, Musa has no knowledge about the rationale behind Allah's decrees. Okay, so he told him from the beginning, you cannot be patient. And he put a condition for him. And he told him why he would not be patient. And this is how the teacher should clarify everything to the students. Okay? He clarified for him why he would not be able to be patient. What did he say?
And how can you be patient with what is beyond your realm of knowledge?
Yeah, you will see things that is beyond the realm of knowledge that you don't encompass or you this is matters beyond your knowledge. Okay, you may be asked about the rationale behind this act, why we done this, why we have done that. So he clarified for him the challenge from the very beginning. But Musa was so polite and persistent in seeking knowledge. We need to learn a persistence from Musa alayhi salam because some people told me we started learning Surah Al-Kahf and memorize, but we fall in the middle way and we cannot learn from the spirit of Musa and how he was persistent on reaching a very, very far place And even when they lost about or forgot about the fish and it slipped away, they come back again on their following their footsteps. So look at his persistence and learn from it. Okay. What did Musa say for
Moses assured him, "You will find me patient, Allah willing, and I will not disobey any of your orders."
yeah, look at his persistence and politeness and his sabr, his patience. He promised to be patient and he strived to do so, but things were beyond his expectation actually. So, what are the conditions that have been put by the teacher? Teacher should have to put like agreement or a condition in order to be followed by two parties. What he said? He
Responded,
responded,
"Then if you follow me, do not question me about anything until I myself clarify it for you."
yeah, so this is his condition. If you follow me, don't question me about anything until I clarify it for you. Okay? Yeah, we stopped here, I think. We stopped on 7. So this is, we will end, we'll stop here on 7 on the condition. Okay? Next time, inshallah, we are gonna see their journey. Okay? We are gonna navigate their journey together. Okay? So this is, I also just want you to, sorry, to read Tafseer Al-Sa'di here. So would you please start Tafseer Al-Sa'di? Thank you, dear sister. Jazakallahu khairan. I need another sister to read Tafseer Al-Sa'di. Sister Arbum, would you please start?
She
Sister
said
Fatim.
listen only.
Okay,
I
so
think
please.
Sister Safina can read if she wants to.
Okay, Sister Safina, would you please start?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
وعليكم
وبركاته السادة.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Please go ahead and start the Tafseer Al-Sa'di for this part.
نعم السادة. Here Allah tells us about his prophet Musa and his great eagerness to pursue goodness and seek knowledge. He said to his servant, pursue. To pursue goodness.
Pursue. Means to seek. Pursue.
To seek goodness. To pursue. Goodness and seek knowledge. I don't get this word, Stada.
Okay, it's okay. It means to seek. It means to seek. Seek goodness and seek knowledge. Okay. Go ahead.
He said to his servant, who was constantly by his side at home and when traveling, whose name was Yusha bin Nun, to whom Allah subsequently granted prophethood. I will not give up until I reach the junction of the two seas, that is, I will carry on traveling, even if that leads to lengthy hardship and I become exhausted, until I reach the junction of the two seas. That was the place at which, as Allah had revealed to him, he would find one of the knowledgeable slaves of Allah who possess knowledge that Musa did not possess, even if it takes me years and I have to travel a long distance. What is meant is that longing and eagerness prompted Musa to say these words to his servant. This is indicative of his unwavering resolve, and that is why he fulfilled it. But when they, namely he and his servant, preached the junction between them, They forget about their fish. They had with them a fish which was their provision and from which they used to eat. He had been promised that when he lost the fish, that is where they would find that slave of Allah for whom they were looking. That fish made its way into the sea, and this was one of the signs. The commentators state that when they reached that place, some of the sea water splashed into that fish, which was their provision. Then it made its way, by Allah's leave, into the sea and came to life with the other sea creatures.
Yeah, Jazakallahu khairan. So here Tafsir Al-Sa is talking about the fact that Allah tells us about Prophet Musa and his great eagerness. He has eager for learning, okay, and to pursue and seek goodness, seek knowledge, okay, and he has also longing and eagerness to learn from who is more knowledgeable than him. Um, of course, they led yeah this journey led to lengthy hardship, and they become exhausted. And this is a way of learning. You will be exhausted. No way to have a rosy life in learning process. Okay, so but we should have this eagerness and longing by doing things for the sake of Allah. This would give us the motivation to learn. Okay, so make this intention, your pure intention, of doing things for the sake of Allah alone. Make this as your trigger to do more and to exert more effort. Think about Musa, who was old at that time and um, had a very, very long journey, and he come back again because he forgot the fish. And uh, as you see, the commentator told us that the fish splashed into the water, and they come back again, following their footsteps in order to find that place. So he has unwavering resolve, irada. He has very, very strong will to learn. And look what he said to his servant: لا أبرح حتى أبلغ. I will not keep silent. I will not keep um, quiet until I reach the junctions of the two seas. Okay, I will not give up. I will not give up. So no matter your age, take this phrase as your slogan, your motto in this life. I will not give up. I will start learning the Quran. I will start to memorize the Quran. I will not give up. Even one verse a day. Never ever give up. So let's continue. Would you please continue? Or I may ask another sister to read, just to not to overburden you. Sister Fatima, would you please continue? Sister Fatima, uh, if she's not available, I may come back to Sister Tufaida to continue.
Okay, so the Al-Sadi Tafsir. When Musa and his servant passed beyond the junction between the two seas, Musa said to his
Mm-hmm.
servant, "Bring us our morning meal. Truly, this journey of ours has exhausted us. That is, we have become tired. That tiredness only began when they traveled beyond the point. Otherwise, the lengthy travel that had brought them to the junction between the two seas had not caused them to feel tired before that. This was one of the signs that indicated to Musa that what he sought was there. Their longing to reach that place had made this journey easy for them, but when they went beyond the point, they began to feel tired. When Musa said, These were to his servant. The servant said, do you remember when we rested by the rock? I did indeed forget to tell you about the fish. That is, did you not know that when we stopped for the night beside that well-known rock, which was between the two seas, I did indeed forget to tell you about the fish. It was none but the shaitan who caused me to forget. It made its way into the sea in an amazing manner. That is, when it moved towards the sea and leapt it into it, that was something amazing. The servant said this to him, and Musa had a promise from Allah that when he lost the fish, he would find Al-Khidr. So Musa said, that is what
Al-Khidr.
we Al-Qadir. Qadir or
Al-Khidr. Al-Khidr.
Qadir. Al-Qadir. So Musa said, that is what we were looking for. That is seeking. So they turned back, retracing their footsteps, and went back to the place where they had forgotten the fish. When they reached that place, they found one of the slaves of Allah, namely Al-Qadir. He was a righteous slave, but he was not a prophet, according to the correct view.
Yeah, Jazakallah khairan. So what made them tired was that they traveled beyond the point. Okay, as we said, they forgot, or Yuta bin Nun forgot to tell him um, about the fish, and he attributed this to Shaitan, who made him forgot to tell him. Look at the politeness of Musa alayhi salam, even with his servant. When his servant had told him, I forgot to tell you about Shaitan, he didn't say to him, why haven't you told me about that? What should I do right now? Yeah, and blamed him harshly. No, he just sought the solution and say, we needed to, so they turn it back. So take action, okay? Don't blame harshly if the person in front of you just forgot. He didn't intend it to let you see harder times, but he just forgot. So don't be harsh, okay? And don't be hard to that person. Musa took action and he turned it back, to the place, retracing their footsteps in order to meet Al-Khidr, the righteous slave. Okay, and as we said, he is just a righteous slave who was given mercy and knowledge from Allah, but he was not a prophet. Okay, let's continue. Okay, you can continue, Sister Toida, please.
Yes, Ustad. There they found one of our slaves on whom who had bestowed mercy from us. That is, Allah had granted him special mercy by virtue of which his knowledge increased that, and he did righteous deeds. And to whom we had taught knowledge of our own. He was given knowledge that had not been given to Musa, although Musa was more knowledgeable than him in most matters, especially matters of faith and the fundamentals of laws and regulations, because he was one of the messenger of strong resolve, whom Allah favored over all creation of his own time, in times of knowledge, righteous deeds, and other things. When Musa met him, he presented his request to him, politely seeking his consent. May I follow you so that you may teach me something of that sound knowledge that you have been taught? That is, may I follow you on the basis that you teach me some of that sound knowledge that Allah has taught you, by which I may be guided and know the truth with regard to these matters. For Allah had given Al-Khidr a great deal of inspiration and intuition through which he could see into the hidden depth of many things that could even be hidden from Musa. Al-Khidr said to Musa, I will not refuse your request, but you will never be able to patience with me. That is, you will not be able to follow me and stay by my side, because you will see things that you will not be able to have patience with, things that outwardly appear to be evil, but inwardly are otherwise. Hence, he said,
Yeah. So Allah had granted this man, Al-Khidr, as we said, the special mercy. And mercy appeared through two things. Through his knowledge, okay? His knowledge increased. This man has very, very great knowledge that he could see beyond the purpose or the wisdom beyond Allah's actions or Allah's decrees, and also increase him in righteous deeds. So if you become so closer to Allah and you become one of Allah's close servants, you will be granted a special mercy. You will be your knowledge is gonna be increased. Your righteous deeds are gonna be increased. Allah will guide you to righteous deeds and help you to perform them and fulfill these deeds. So just to come closer to Allah, take a step, take practical step and come closer to Allah. Start with even one verse a day. Start with even 2 rak'ah for night prayers. Start with something, take actions towards coming closer to Allah, and Allah will bringing you closer and closer. Okay, but you need to show Allah your action. Okay, Allah's love is not about words, it's about actions. Okay, so this man become one of Allah's righteous servants, and he was given knowledge that even hadn't been given to Musa. Although Musa was a prophet, even not just a general prophet or usual prophet, but he was one of the five um, prophet with a strong resolve, أولي العزم من الرسل. So Musa was more knowledgeable this man even in most matters. Okay, in matters of faith, in matters of fundamentals of laws, in matters of regulations. Okay, so we can يعني, find excuse for Musa for saying I am when he was asked about the most knowledgeable person, and he said me, because he really more knowledgeable in matters related to faith, fundamentals of laws, regulations, and so on. However, Allah blamed him for not saying Allah knows best, for not attributing the knowledge he have or he has to Allah. Okay, so it's a lesson for us. Never ever say it's me. It's me who cook this food, this delicious food. It's me who bought this car. It's me who have this job. Okay, so attribute everything to have to Allah. This is what Allah granted me. Allah granted me this is children. Allah granted me this car. Allah granted me this job. Okay, so this is number one. Number two, as we said, we need to learn from the politeness um of Musa alayhi salam and how he politely sought the consent for of this man to follow him. Um, because Allah told him that this man is has been given a special mercy and has been given knowledge that you don't have. So he was so humble with this man and asked him to guide him to and to learn him to teach him some of what Allah inspired this man or what Allah granted this man of inspiration and intuition. Um, and he asked him to give him permission to follow him. And the teacher expressed his concern about um, about not understanding what he is going to do, because this is beyond the scope of his knowledge. Okay, but he promised anyway to be patient, and um, and then he said very important things about the decrees of Allah. This is should be instilled in our heart. Things outwardly appear to be evil, but inwardly are otherwise. So we may face some obstacles and feel that we are showered with hardships and so on, and this may appear to be evil, but inwardly they are our otherwise. Okay, we may not understand the wisdom right now, we may understand it later, we may not understand it during our lifetime, but for sure, everything happened to a believer is good for him or for her. Okay, even if if it's a test for you, you are gonna be rewarded for your patience. So this is good for you because you need to be rewarded. Okay, so in every situation, just ask yourself what Allah wants me to be in that situation. Ask yourself if I'm facing a hard times, so Allah wants me from me at that moment to show patience, right? To be satisfied with Allah's decrees and so on. If I'm having a blessing, alhamdulillah. So what Allah needs from me at that situation, to be grateful to Allah, to attribute this blessing to Allah. Okay, so everything, whether good or evil, needs you to pay attention and ask yourself what Allah needs from me at the moment. Okay, so please continue.
For how
This is
can
the
you
last
have
part.
patience with something that you cannot fully comprehend it? That is, how can you be patient with the matter when you have no knowledge of either its hidden or
So, Sister Tifadda, would you please start this paragraph?
Therefore, Musa was not able to be patient when he was put to the test. At the point, Al-Khidr said to him, then if you follow me, do not ask me about anything until I mention it to you myself. That is, do not ask any question or raise any objection until I am the one who tells you about it, at the time when it is appropriate to tell you. So he forbade him to ask him, but he promised to explain to him the reality of things.
Yeah. So here, um, Al-Khidr is explaining for Musa why he told him, you will not be patient with me. You could not be patient with me. He gave him the reasons. Okay. He told him, you can't be patient with a matter you have no knowledge. Okay, so this is the challenge. How could, and this is a challenge for all of us with Allah's decrees. We don't know, we have no knowledge or the wisdom behind. So this is our test in this dunya. We have no knowledge of Allah's decrees happened to us or even happened to others. Either it's hidden or apparent aspects. Okay, and you don't know the purpose behind it. So this is a challenge. However, Musa alayhi salam assured that he is gonna be patient, inshallah, and this is very important phrase. We emphasized it earlier to say inshallah because we can we can do nothing. We can't guarantee nothing, even ourselves. Okay, so I'm not sure I will be able to be patient or not, but I will strive to do so. Okay, he emphasized that he will show patience, inshallah, and he will not disobey him in any matter. Okay, So this emphasizes his resolve. He has a very, very strong will, and um, before 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 he was put to the test, okay? But after he was put to the test, we will see how things went, okay? Um, so don't say that if I if I'm bought in this test, I will not do this like this person. If I have wealth, I will give poor people. I will not be like those rich people of this time. You don't know. You can't guarantee yourself. Everyone say beautiful things before they were put into the test. But after they were put into the test, matters the change. So just ask Allah to be guided throughout your life and be on the straight path because we cannot guarantee ourselves. Okay. Um, don't ask any question. He told him, don't ask me. So this is the rules. You and your student should put from the very beginning. Okay. He told him, don't ask any question or raise any objection until I told you about this. Okay. So he forbade him to ask anything and he promised him to give him and explain everything to him. So let's continue, inshallah, with what have I known about Allah the Almighty from the verses we read today. Uh, okay, sister, who can read? Sister Arun, can you read this part? Uh, if Sister Arun is not here, I can ask Sister Fatima to do this. Just hurry up, please, because this meeting is so short.
Okay. What have I known about Allah Almighty? Rab, Ar-Rab mainly has four meanings. The creator, the owner, the sustainer of his creatures, affairs, the commander. He is the one who created us and granted us provision, who controls us and cares for us, is the creator of the heavens and the earth, the only one who could create these mighty creations. And Allah means the worshipped, beloved, and the exalted. Allah the Almighty, Al-Alim, the all-knowing one, is the one is the one whose knowledge is comprehensive and extends to all that is seen and unseen, apparent and hidden, present and future, near and far. His knowledge precedes and he is what's how we say? Intuitively aware of all things, even before they happen. He is the knower of all details, and nothing goes unnoticed or unrecorded. Indeed, He is the omniscient one. Allah the Almighty, Al-Muhit, the all-encompassing, is a name that denotes the exaltedness of Allah above His creation, and that He encompasses everything in terms of knowledge, power, and subjugation. Allah the Almighty is Al-Hadi, the guide, is the one who gives guidance to His believers. His guidance is beneficial and protects them from whatever may be harmful. He is the one who sent prophets, may peace be upon them, as the deliverers of his message to ensure mankind is guided
To the right path.
on the right path.
Yeah, Jazakillahu khairan. So, uh, the first thing we learned here is Allah is our Rabb. Okay. Uh, from where? How do you learn about Rabb? Allah told him, آتيناه رحمة من عندنا. So عندنا related to our Lord. They refer to our Lord. So Allah is our Rabb, and our Rabb carries four meanings: the creator, the owner, the sustainer of his creature's affairs, and the commander. So Allah commanded Musa alayhi salam to go to this man and learn from him. Okay, so he is the one who created and granted us provision, who controls us and cares for us, and he is the creator of the heavens and earth, and he is the one who created these mighty creations. Also, Allah means the worshipped, the beloved, and exalted. عبدا من عبادنا. So this man worshipped Allah, and worship is not just to do righteous acts, but to love to do this. Here is the point, to love to do this. Allah is also Al-Alim, okay? And He is the one who grants knowledge to people. Okay, some knowledge, some very, very tiny part of knowledge He gives it to people, some people. But Allah's knowledge is very, very comprehensive and extends to include everything, the seen and the unseen, the present and future, the near and far. So Allah is Al-Alim, the all-knowing, who knows your past, your future, your present. Okay, He knows everything about you and about all the creatures. So that is why we make Salat Istikhara when we are in doubt of something, whether to take this step or not, whether to buy this apartment or not, because Allah is Al-Alim, He knows best, okay? Uh, we just know what is apparent to us, but we don't know the hidden of things. So after doing istikhara or performing istikhara, um don't feel sad if something you have made istikhara about not happened, because this is like the result of your istikhara. Okay, so trust Allah al-Alim that he choose for you the best. Let's go to the second name is Al-Muhit. It's somehow related to Al-Alim. But Al-Muhit emphasized or denotes the exaltedness of Allah above His creations, and that He encompasses everything. This encompasses everything in terms of knowledge, power, and subjugation. Okay, so He is Al-Muhit. He knows everything, and He has the upper hand over His creation in terms of knowledge, power, and subjugation. Oh, he's also Al-Hadi, the one who gives the guidance to his believers. Okay, so that's why we 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 say in Surah Al-Fatiha, and we repeat it in each rak'ah, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, اهدنا الصراط. So Allah is the one who gives the guidance. No one can guide you except Allah. So He's the one who gives the guidance to his believers, and his guidance, of course, is beneficial and protects them from harmful things. Okay, so let's move to the second, um, the to-do list. Okay, I need another sister to read. Salat istikhara can be made anytime. Yes, it can be made anytime. And also not all, no, not only after Salat al-Isha. It can be made anytime, even if you can make two intention. I mean, if I'm performing the Sunnah of Maghrib, after Maghrib I'm performing a Sunnah, so I can have certain intention of two things. I'm performing Sunnah and I'm performing Salat Istikhara at the same time. Okay, so I can mingle the intention, but with nafila, with supra-obligatory, not obligatory prayer. Okay, so I can mingle the intention of performing sunnah of Maghrib or sunnah of Dhuhr or sunnah of Fajr. Okay, and I have mingled this intention with performing the Salat Istikhara. I just perform the 2 rak'ah, and after making taslim, I can read the dua, as simple as this. And you started to take actions and proceed with the measures or take procedures. And if you find the matters are easy and everything goes smoothly, so this is like a sign from Allah uh, that this is good for you. If you find some obstacles and hard times, so this is a sign for you that this is not for you. Okay, so you need to start and take action after the istikhara. You are not supposed to have a dream or something like this. Can it repeat? Yes, you can repeat it. No problem with that. You can repeat it. Okay, so I need another sister to read what should we do after understanding the meaning of the verses we studied today. Sister Tufaida, please go ahead.
To have a spirit of eagerness and persistence when seeking knowledge like Prophet Musa, to deal with obstacles you face with easiness, to eat with your servant if any, to say inshallah when taking about things beyond my capacity, to seek Allah's refuge from shaitan, to attribute bad events to shaitan, not to show dissatisfaction with Allah's decrees, to ask Allah to grant us special mercy, to do righteous deeds, to be humble and polite with the teacher who is more knowledgeable in a certain subject, to have patience with things that outwardly appear to
Be evil, even if,
appear to be evil when if I do not know the wisdom behind them.
yeah, Jazakallahu khairan. So I need to have a spirit of eagerness and persistence. As we said, we should learn from Musa alayhi salam. This is spirit of eagerness to pursue knowledge, to seek goodness. His persistence. He faced some obstacles when they come back, when they went further and they went back again to following their footsteps. So see how persistent he was in order to, in his journey of seeking knowledge. Okay. We also need to deal with obstacles we face with easiness, like Musa. He didn't blame his servant or was not harsh about him on forgetting about the fish and so on. He didn't cry over the spilled milk. Okay, he started taking action and went back again, followed their footsteps. Also, it's encouraged to eat with your servants, okay? So this is a sign of modesty. So Musa alayhi salam asked his servant to bring them a meal. So he this this is understood. I mean, it's understood from the context that they are supposed to eat with each other. Also to say inshallah and never ever distort the meaning of this phrase. I mean, don't use it in it's not in otherwise context. Don't say inshallah when you don't intend to do something. Use it properly, please. Um, so to say inshallah when talking about things beyond my capacity, okay? I have the intention, but it something might happen, and this something could be beyond my capacity. That's why I usually say inshallah. Also to seek refuge from shaitan. Say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم because this is the root of every evil. Uh, he made us forget, he made us um, uh, commit mistakes, fall into sins and so on. So always say before doing anything, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. And even don't attribute bad events to you. Don't say خبثت نفسي. This is a hadith. Don't say خبثت نفسي. Don't say I have a bad character and I am the one who fall into mistakes, and be harsh on yourself. So even if you uh, have fallen to a mistake beyond your intention and you didn't intend to commit this mistake, attribute it to shaitan, like Yusha ibn Nun, who said, وَمَا أَنْسَانِيهُ إِلَّا الشَّيْطَانُ وَأَنْ أَذْكُرَهُ. So don't be so hard on yourself, or so harsh on yourself, but also know that shaitan is weak. If you seek Allah's forgiveness, inshallah, Allah will protect you. Um, if you seek Allah's refuge, Allah will protect you from the whispers of shaitan. Okay. Also, not to show dissatisfaction or displeasure with Allah's decrees. Know that Allah has a wisdom behind every single decree. You may not know the wisdom, but we trust Allah's plan. Also to ask Allah to grant us special mercy, because if Allah grant you special mercy, He will grant you special kind of knowledge, He will grant you righteous deeds, will guide you, Allah will protect you and give you special treatment. So we hope to be up to this level. Also to do righteous deeds as many as we can, because this is what brings us closer to Allah. To be humble and polite with our teachers, I'm sure you do this. Also to have patience with things that outwardly appear to be evil. So whatever happened to you, uh, even it's a hard situation, even you become ill uh after being healthy, if you become poor after being wealthy. So whatever evil, uh, whatever appear to be evil, uh, we don't know. Okay, we don't know the wisdom behind that, but we have to show patience. Don't to focus about the wisdom behind what happened, because this is beyond your capacity, but focus on your situation, on your stand regarding that decree, what happened to you. Ask yourself what Allah wants from me at the moment. Okay, to show patience, to be grateful. Okay, let me check if okay, Jazakallahu khairan. Sometimes my friend asks me to come at her place, but I have no intention to go there. I say inshallah just to console her. Um, no, you can't, if you don't have the intention to do so, don't say inshallah. Say okay, I'll try. Okay, I'll try. But don't say inshallah if you don't have the intention. Okay. You don't like to say okay, so if you can say it clearly out loud, I don't like this place, you can do this. Um, Otherwise you can say I'll try. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this, something like this, but don't distort the meaning uh of this phrase, since you don't have the intention to go there. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, please continue. Who was reading? Sister Tufaida?
Yes, Ustad. To seek Allah's mercy by showing mercy to people, to do obligatory and recommended righteous deed, to be among Allah's close servants and allies, to be granted His special mercy, to seek the right paths of knowledge patiently, to share what Allah learned me with others, to ascribe knowledge to Allah in matters that I have no knowledge about, by saying Allah knows best. To be modest and humble, as there is always more knowledgeable person. Do not praise myself either directly or indirectly. To be patient and persistent during my learning journey, to follow etiquettes of the students, to have certainty in the decrees of Allah.
Yeah. So, number one, I need to seek Allah's mercy. How to grow upon Allah's mercy. Okay. If I want Allah to show me mercy, I need to be merciful to people. Okay. And take it as a rule. If I want Allah to shower me with blessings, I need to give from these blessings. If I want Allah to give me more provision, I need to give sadaqah, give zakah. Okay. So treat people as you want Allah to treat you or as you desire Allah to treat you. Okay. Also, how to be closer to Allah and how to be close servant to Allah. I need not just be sufficient with or just to do the obligatory deeds. No, I need to do the recommended righteous deeds, like saying adkar, saying tasbih, tahmid, La ilaha illallah, saying dhikr. This is recommended righteous deeds. So if you wanted to come closer to Allah, you need to do extra recommended righteous deeds. Perform nawafil. Obligatory, of course, you need to perform salah on time, the five obligatory prayers, to pay zakah, to pay sadaqah as recommended acts of deeds. So the more you do obligatory and recommended righteous deeds, the more you become closer to Allah, and the more you become one of Allah's allies. Allies means wali, and Allah gives his close servants and his allies special kind of mercy. Okay, and if you granted this special kind of mercy, you will be increased in knowledge, in everything. Okay. Also to seek the right path of knowledge. Okay, I need to approach people who is really well educated and really have a proper knowledge. Not all people have proper knowledge, so I have to seek the right path of knowledge patiently. Patience is so important. Patience with materials, patience with studying, patience with um, keep on attending, doing our homework, studying the material, memorization. Okay, I need to show patience. If you stop showing patience, you are stopping your learning process. You cannot learn. Okay, so patience is so important. We need to train ourselves on patience. Also, I need to share what Allah learned me with others. Okay, so I need to share what Allah learned me in order to be increased in knowledge. I need also to ascribe knowledge to Allah. If I have no knowledge about something, say Allah knows best. Okay, don't just say I think, I believe, I. No. If you have no knowledge, say Allah knows best. Also, I need to be modest and humble as there is always someone who is more knowledgeable than me. I also need not to praise myself. Don't to say I am the greatest cook in doing this. I am the greatest student in this subject. Okay, don't to praise yourself either directly or indirectly. Don't to show pictures of your beautiful house just to be proud of it and to get the praise of people and say, "Wow, your house is so beautiful, mashallah," and so what? You are getting a praise of people, so you have a problem. Um, don't they say to others, I'm memorizing the Quran, alhamdulillah. They haven't asked you. Okay. So if you are doing this to get the praise of people, you need to revise yourself. Also, I need to be patient and persistent. Okay, this is the key to learning. I also need to learn the etiquette of students and follow these etiquettes. I need also to have certainty in the ways of Allah. Need to know that Allah knows best. So I'm gonna to go through this quickly. this is tadabbur. In order to think about my stance, my current stance. Tadabbur is about three things. The first thing is to think about my stance, what I'm doing. The second thing is to think about the future outcome, what will I gain, what will I lose, and finally to make dua. So first I need to ask myself, do I exert all efforts to seek Allah's guidance despite my old age? So do I really seek the right knowledge and the path of knowledge in learning fiqh, aqidah, Quran, hadith? Do I really exert all efforts like Musa alayhi salam, who exerts all effort to reach that place of meeting the righteous man or the servant of Allah who have knowledge. I don't want you to exert so and to travel so far like Musa, but I just want you to dedicate some time to learn. I also need to ask myself, should I sacrifice my rest and endure the hardship of memorizing the Quran or Hadith? I need to exert some effort and show Allah that I'm exerting effort only for His sake. Do I seek Allah's refuge in shaitan? If I'm doing this, Allah will protect me from shaitan. If I'm exerting effort in learning and so on, Allah will be pleased with me and grant me strength and steadfastness. Allah will help me, okay, and will be pleased with me. Do I show patience in matter I have no knowledge about? If I have no knowledge of hard situations, do I show patience? If I show patience, Allah will reward me for my patience abundantly, okay, and will be pleased with me. إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب. So, patient people will have their rewards without limits. Okay. Do I seek prerequisites of having a special mercy from Allah? So, if I'm doing this, Allah will increase me in knowledge and righteous deeds. If not, if I'm not seeking the special mercy of Allah, I'll be like the general people, okay? I'll have the general mercy. So, how can we deal with this? Or how can we draw upon these actions to make dua? Dua can do miracles. To say, Allahumma a'inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husna ibadatik. We can't be true servant to Allah without dua. Ask Allah to help you to remember this is a dua of the Prophet. Think about the Prophet make dua to be to ask Allah to make him remember Allah and to give him thanks and to perform a worship in best manner. Okay. For shaitan, the Prophet ﷺ, even it's mentioned in the Quran رب أعوذ بك من همزات الشياطين وأعوذ بك رب أن يحضرون. My Lord, this is the dua of the Prophet. ربي أعوذ بك من همزات الشياطين. May Lord, I seek refuge in you from the incitements of the devils, and I seek refuge in you, my Lord. Lest they be present with me. Finally, we can also draw upon Allah's knowledge or to ask Allah to grant us knowledge by saying اللهم ارزقني علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. O Allah, I ask you for knowledge that is of benefit, good provision, and deeds that would be accepted. Okay, so let's move to Tazkiyah plan in order to end with this. Um, I'm not sure whether, yeah, we have less than 3 minutes, 1 minute. So Tazkiyah plan is about al-tathir and al-tatwir, so cleanliness and development. So what the shortcomings do I need to purify myself from? I need to stop feeling sorry for hardships and calamities struck me, as Allah is the best planner. Okay, so I need not to be sad about Allah's decrees, even they are calamities, even they are hardships. I need to purify myself from anxiety and worry about things, because we go according to Allah's plan. So no worries. We trust Allah's plan. I need also to purify myself from arrogance when seeking knowledge. Okay. Um, as for the development plan, I need to dedicate certain time daily for learning part of Allah's message to me. I need to learn from the Quran. Dedicate some time. Okay, this is how you show Allah that you are so strict and longing for learning His message. Also, I need to seek Allah's refuge and protection by saying أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, not to make me forget or fall into mistakes. Also, to rely upon Allah in all matters, including my increase in knowledge, my guidance, and so on. So I need to depend on Allah and ask Allah to grant me more knowledge, to increase me in guidance and so on, to show patience and satisfactions and even pleasures with all decrees of Allah, even they appear to be evil, but in fact this is good for me because I trust Allah Al-Alim that He does what is the best for me. To draw upon Allah's guidance by taking practical steps, I need to attend the classes um, to seek knowledge and so on. So, do you have any question? Um, can we become wali? Yes, this is a rank, but we need to exert many efforts to reach this rank, but it's not for specific people. Some of righteous people or awliya. ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. So we can become wali. This is a reachable rank, but we need to exert more effort by heeding Allah's prohibitions and um, performing the commands of Allah. Okay, and doing the recommended and obligatory, of course. So we have less than 1 minute of Allah by our good deeds. Um, as the owner of two gardens, so proud of himself. Yeah, we should not be proud of ourselves like the owner of two gardens. So, Alhamdulillah, we have finished. Do you have any question?
No,
So,
Jazakallah khair.
okay. Next time, inshallah, we are going to continue with the story of Musa and Al-Khidr, and we go through their journey together and the situations that they faced. Next time inshallah. So سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Wa alaikum assalam.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.